Down by the edge where the wild oak grows, there's a dusty trail where the river bends. Spin golden sunsets with her long ago, where the canyon burns at summer's end. We carved our names in the bark so deep, 'neath the sky's wide dome, where the hawks do roam. In that sacred place where memories seep, once a whispered home, now her name's just a ghost. And oh, the canyon burns like the fire in my chest, each flame a tale of what I've loved and lost. The wind carries the ashes of promises over the cliffs where our dreams got tossed. Oh, the canyon burns, and with each orange blaze my heart recalls her name in aching tones. Left riding these trails in a lonesome haze, searching for a love that feels like home. Years flew like leaves in the autumn wind. The old porch swings now a creak and bone. Her scarf still hangs where her laugh had been, in the empty cabin we built alone. Now the gravel roads wear a coat of dust, echoing boots that walked away from the fading trails where we placed our trust, to the silence that holds sway. And oh, the canyon burns while my soul just yearns for a past where love wasn't weather worn. Each ember a spark of what I can't return, under stars to which we once had sworn. Yes, the canyon burns, and I'm a shadow at dusk, chasing echoes of a love that's shorn through the whispers of the wind, in a world so brusque where heartstrings are tattered and torn. There's a wisdom in the silver streams flowing under moonlit quartz and stone, teaching me to live in between the dreams we seed and the things we've grown. Oh, the canyon burns through nights cold and stern, with the firelight dancing wild and free. Yet in every spark her memory returns, in this rugged heart where she'll always be. Yes, the canyon burns, a never-ending yearn for a ghost of a love that rides next to me. As the sunset fades to the night I turn, with her whisper in the wind 'neath the old oak tree.
On the edge of the mesa, under the old oak shade, where we carved our names in the bark, a lifetime ago it seems. Those summers roll like thunder beneath skies white and gray, and your laughter mingled with the wind across the wild sage dreams. Now the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass, singing tales of what we lost, as shadows in the dust, each gust a gentle reminder of a love that couldn't last. On this lonesome trail where the sunset bleeds and hearts turn to rust. Drifted by like leaves down a slow winding stream. Your scarf still hangs on the porch swing, faded and worn. The cabin stands empty, a relic of our vanished dream, where silence speaks in volumes, and I'm left here forlorn. Yes, the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass, tales of what we lost, as shadows in the dust, each gust a gentle reminder of a scar few once cast on this lonesome trail where the sunset bleeds and memories just rust in the quiet of the twilight where the gravel road turns. I found solace in the sorrow, in the pain of learning to let go. But these lands hold your echo in the whispering ferns, and I wander ever searching for the peace the wind won't show. Still the wind left behind, it whispers through the grass as I walk these lonely roads under fading stars aloft. Maybe love's just a shadow in the dust meant not to last, but I'll carry you forever in the quiet winds I've crossed. As the last light fades and the trail grows cold and undefined, I'll keep listening for you in the wind left behind. Shadow of the oak by the rusted rail, where the scarves of lovers fluttered like a veil. Your laughter carved canyons deep in my soul. Now it's just whispers where the cold winds blow. Beneath the porch where our initials are old, that old wooden swing, now silent and cold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesterday, through ghost towns and memories that won't fade away. Your echo lives in the clapboard homes, in the twilight's embrace where I roam alone. Every sunset dips in a sorrow so bold. In the night, my love, your ghost turn cold. The cabin stands empty on Whispering Pine Road, windows like eyes, hollow and old. The hearth where we warmed is now filled with dust. Our dreams like the fire succumb to rust. The saddle hangs heavy where the stories were told by a dusty old cowboy, his heart bought and sold. Oh, my heart rides the trails of yesterday, through ghost towns and memories that won't fade away. Your echo lives in the clapboard homes, in the twilight's embrace where I roam alone. Every sunset dips in a sorrow so bold. In the night, my love, your ghost turn cold. From the creek's gentle murmur to the rain on the roof, each drop a symphony of the truth. Love's not just the laughter under clear blue skies, but the tears we shed, darling, in our goodbyes. So I'll ride these hills under stars silver and old, seeking solace where my memories unfold. In the lands of the lost, beneath skies so vast, I'll whisper your name to the winds that pass. Forgive me, my dear, for the tales I've told, where the night holds your warmth before it turns cold. Every sunset dips in a sorrow so bold. In the night, my love, your ghost turn cold. In the night, my love, your ghost turned cold. There's an old oak standing by the porch of gray, where we carved our names in the wood of its heart that day. The shadow it casts, long as my memories of a scarf left swaying in the gentle breeze. Abandoned ranch, where did you go? Your empty rooms echo songs of long ago. Now only the wind whispers through the hall. Beneath the fading picture still hanging on the wall. Gone are the lights in the cabin's dim glow. Gravel roads wear a blanket of untrodden snow. That trail we walk, now overgrown and lost, like the dreams we shared to hide the cost. Abandoned ranch, where did you go? Your empty rooms echo songs of long ago. Now only the wind whispers through the hall. Beneath the fading picture still hanging on the wall. I ride these lands under the vast mournful skies, searching for a ghost in every sunset's demise. The dust kicks up like my unsettled heart, riding away and never truly apart. Abandoned ranch, I'll keep riding this lonely way, a silhouette against the sky at the end of the day. But in every whispered wind and the eagle's lonely call, I'll remember the love, the greatest find and the hardest fall.
In the shadow of the oak, where river waters bend, I first saw her silhouette as the evening light did win. Blue scarf in the breeze, like a flag without a claim. Those banks held our whispers, now they just hold my pain. River echoes, oh, how they moan with secret soul, carrying her laughter with the sorrow I now hold. Each ripple a soft cry, the dreams we let slip. River echoes haunt me like ghost ship. Years rode away like dust on a gravel road, left an empty cabin where our loved ones float. Saddles worn and dusty, porch wood is split. Life's cruel sunsets taught me how to sit alone with it. River echoes, oh, how they moan with secret soul, carrying her laughter with the sorrow I now hold. Each ripple a soft cry of dreams we let slip.
river echoes haunt me like ghost ships. Underneath the vast, unyielding prairie sky, I reckon every lonesome star reflects an old goodbye. Wander in this quiet land where wild hearts roam, finding that you lose yourself and searching for a home. River echoes whisper through the sycamore, tales of what we had and the peace I yearn for more. With every setting sun and each lonesome moonlit night, those river echoes fill me, then slowly drift out of sight. In the echo of the West. Down by the creek, where the willow weeps and moans, I found an old scarf, your color lost and alone, tangled in the brush like my fingers through your hair, in that empty bed by the window where we laid our love bare. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. Once there was laughter in the dust of that old porch, now it's just footprints faded where we used to hold a torch. The oak tree stands witness to the vow softly spoken. Now I ride these trails alone, with a heart forever broken. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had to the stars up above. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting in dreams where you still sweep. In the saddle I found solace under the free and roving sun, but at the fall of dusk your shadow comes undone. Riding past our empty cabin on that gravel road to nowhere, I reckon love's a journey with its share of wear and tear. Oh, how the whispering wind sings of you, low and sad, carrying tales of what we had and the pain of letting go. Each night I roam under skies vast and deep, with an empty bed drifting away from dreams I can't keep. So I'll ride till the sun dips and the plains call me to rest, in the heart of the valley where we once loved best. And though this bed is empty and the trail's end is nigh, in the whispers of the prairie I find your soft side.
Under the shadow of an ancient oak tree where the creek hums songs to the setting sun, we carved our names, wild hearts running free in that sacred place our love had begun. Your laughter tangled with the autumn breeze, boots lined with dust from roads we walked as one. Every whisper in the leather, a story of peace in those quiet towns where our dreams spun. Oh, how those boots whisper tales at night, echoes of you in the cold moonlight. Each creak of leather, a symphony of the past, dancing with shadows that time has cast. Our love, a lonesome trail gone cold. In boots whispers our story told. Years drifted by like leaves in that creek. The old porch swing sways, empty and worn. Through dust and rain, those boots would speak of laughter faded in hearts that were torn. The oak tree stands, but the initials fade. Lone cabin by the road, where love mourns in the silence of the trails where we once laid. Only footprints and memories are reborn. Oh, how those boots whisper tales at night, echoes of you in the fading light. Each creak a leather, a symphony of the past, dancing with shadows that time has cast. Our love, a lonesome trail gone cold. In boots whispers our story told. And as the sun dips behind the hill so far, I feel the pull of every distant star. In every grain of sand, in every wind's blow, lies the sweet sorrow of letting go. Your scarf still holds a scent of spring rain, a remnant of joy, a token of pain. So let those boots whisper as I walk alone, their tales of a love that's overthrown. Ghosts in the leather walking me home under starlit skies, forever to roam. Our love, a lonesome trail gone cold. In boots whispers our story forever told. Under the ghost of an old oak tree where our names were carved for eternity, the wind's a whisper of your soft sweet laugh on the path where you danced free from our past. An empty cabin by the creek's low bend holds the echoes of you, my lost friend. Each creak and board and closed up door speaks of the days when love lived here before. Now the empty bed fades in the twilight side. The stars don't recall who's wrong or right. I'm just a shadow in these windswept plains, chasing the dust where only silence remains. Scarlet scarf you left behind on the old porch swing sways undefined, gone like the laughter in halls that we roam. Now I wander these lands forever alone. The saddle's worn where you once rode beside, through the rain-soaked trails where our dreams used to hide. Now every sunset bleeds a shade of your eyes, and the night covers me in your soft mournful cries. Still the empty bed fades in the twilight side. The stars don't recall who's wrong or right. I'm just a shadow in these windswept plains, chasing the dust where only silence remains.
hearts like ours were grains of sand. Yes, the empty bed fades, and now with the light bound to the echoes of our sweet twilight, under the vast skies where I let you go, in the fading trails of the moon's soft glow. I'm the whisper of a cowboy, lone and estranged, chasing the dust where nothing but love remains.
Out where the oak trees meet the sky, I left my heart in the dusty cry of a town too small to hold my dreams, yet big enough to echo her scream. She wore a scarf, blue as the night, under the porch lights flickering light. We danced through shadows, we danced till now the dance is over, but the ghost is gone. Oh, saddle hides and leather reins, you seen my tears, you felt my pains, carried me from her over hills so wide, yet in every sunset her whisper resides. Where the gravel roads and silence collides, that's where I bury my love so deep, in the saddle hides where memories sleep. The cabin stands empty on the ridge, windows blank like the broken bridge where we once promised under summer rains. Now only the echo of love remains. Old trails fade where we used to ride, each hoof print a word now washed by time. The wind speaks her name in a sorrowful spire, as cold as the ashes of a non-kept fire. Oh, saddle hides and leather reins, you seen my tears, you felt my pains, carried me from her over hills so wide, yet in every sunset her whisper resides. Where the gravel roads and silence collides, that's where I bury my love so deep, in the saddle hides where memories sleep. I could ride one last dusty trail, turn back the clock, rewrite the tale, I'd find her waiting, no tears in her eyes, just two hearts unbroken under limitless skies. But time is a river that only flows one way, and my heart is a horse that no reins can sway. Oh, saddle hides and weathered hands, carry these dreams through forsaken lands. On every path her shadow survives, in the silent scream of the lonely drives. Where the gravel roads and paths collides, I'll keep riding through the tears I've wept, in saddle hides where love is kept.
In the shadow of the oak where the wildflowers hide, I first saw her smile in the springtime light. By the old fence line where our worlds entwine, underneath that endless cobalt sky. Oh, the fence tied down by the edge of that quiet town,
bears the weight of the love we found. Now just whispers in the wind, scattered like the leaves. The fence tied down, and my heart on my sleeve. Years have tumbled like the stones on the creek. She's gone with the wind like the words I can't speak. The old porch swings alone, the dust settles slow. Where laughter once lived, now the silences grow. Oh, the fence tied down by the trails now overgrown holds the echoes of the dreams we'd sown, lost like the sunset's last golden gleam. The fence tied down in my broken dream. On a gravel road I wander with my soul bare, each step away from her, the fate of the flare. The cabin stands empty like the hollow in my chest, her scarf in my pocket where my tears come to rest. Yes, the fence tied down beneath the weeping willow's frown marks the love that I can't disown. Like the rain on the saddle, I ride through my pain. The fence tied down, love's remains in the rain. And the sunset burns, but not as much as my return to that old fence line where my heart still yearns in the whispering wind. She's a melody I hear, the fence tied down, and my reasons they're still clear. The dust may settle, my love never will.
In the shadow of the valley where the wild coyotes roam stands an old house by the river, made of stone and weathered bone. Underneath the ancient oak tree I carved our names years ago, with her scarf tied round my neck in the winds that used to blow. Old house waits like my heart across the empty rusting gates. Porches creak with whispered tales of sunsets lost in love that failed. Every plank and broken rail sings a song of dust and trail. Old house waits, oh it waits, while my lone heart just contemplates. Heard our laughter, now they're quiet, overgrown. Windows stare like hollowed eyes, mirroring the moons I've known. That old saddle sits forgotten, leather cracked as my worn skin. She's the storm that left one morning, turned my summers into wind. Old house waits like my heart across the empty rusting gates. Porches creak with whispered tales of sunsets lost in love that failed. Every plank and broken rail sings a song of dust and trail. Old house waits, oh it waits, while my lone heart just contemplates. Tangled in her golden hair, drink the rain off weathered eaves, taste the tears
sunsets red. Old house waits like my heart beneath the sky so vast, so wide. Echoes of our whispered goodbyes in the rooms where love once lied. Time may heal, so they say, but some voids are too deep to fill. Old house waits, it still waits, and I reckon it always will.
In the glow of the fading light drifts under the whispering oak tree shade, we carved our names young and naive on that old porch where the summer winds played. Her laugh was a melody, soft as the dust that danced round our boots in the warm evening gust. Now the sun dips low and the shadows stretch long, her voice just an echo in the prairie song. The oak stands silent, the porch worn thin, in the fading light drifts where my heart still lives. Years have rolled like tumbleweeds past the dusty old cabin where memories were cast. The saddle sits empty, the trail's overgrown. A cowboy rides solo, his heart turned to stone. The scarf she once wore, now frayed by the breeze, hangs over my door, whispers sorrow and pleas. Now the sun dips low and the shadows stretch long, her voice just an echo in the prairie song. The oak stands silent, the porch worn thin, in the fading light drifts where my heart still lives. Oh, the rivers may wander, the mountain might stand tall, but her sin in the rain, it haunts through it all. As the stars peek through the cloak of the night, I reckon love's a journey, not just a plight. So the sun dips low and my dreams take flight. In the fading light drifts, I'll find my respite. The oak stands witness to all that's been. In the fading light drifts, love's gentle sin. In the fading light drifts where my heart still lives. In the silence, my old soul forgives.
Out where the sunset paints the clouds in morning red, I remember the echoes of the words we left unsaid. Under a gnarled oak tree where our names are carved deep, the land holds the secrets that we swore to keep. Your scarf still hangs on the old porch swing, dances with the wind like a soft forgotten thing. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the last thing you left behind. Each sip a shadow, sweet and unkind. The trail's grown over where we used to ride. Now I wander these empty cabins where silence resides. Love's a fleeting shadow in the corner of my eye, like the dust that rises, then bids the day goodbye. Gravel roads whisper tales of where we used to go, through wild lands and quiet towns now covered in snow. Your laughter haunts the creeks and the cool twilight air. In the jingle of spurs I find you're still there, but the home we built in dreams, now shuttered and old, holds nothing but the cold. Whiskey echoes in the bottle, the ghost of your taste, each sip a memory I can't let go to waste. The path's grown lonely where we once walked side by side. Now I follow fading trails where my regrets reside. Love's a whisper in the wind through the dry, rustling leaves, as I pass beneath the shadows of our weary whispering eaves. Sometimes at night, when the stars hang heavy with sorrow, I feel the weight of all our lost tomorrows. In the quiet between each breath I find pieces of you that you left behind. Whiskey echoes, a lonesome lingering sound, a heartbreak penned in the bottles I've downed. Hearing the echo of your laughter and sighs, I roam these empty roads under endless skies. Love's a fading footprint on the dusty trail, a song sung into the wind, too wild to hold, too sweet to fail.
In the shadow of the oak, where the wild river's bank, I first saw her smile by the old cabin plank. Soft as the breeze in her faded blue dress, under that sky I swore I'd never confess. How the scarves in her hair danced a sweet silent song on a porch where my heart's been lost for so long. Graves sank my joys beneath that cold dusty ground, where our laughter once lived, but it don't make a sound. The stars overhead, they watched as I cried, lost in the winds where my solace has died. Years rolled like thunder through towns built on sand. She drifted away like the dust through my hand. The oak tree still standing, but the cabin fell through, just like the dreams that I built around you. Gravel roads wind away, but they don't lead me back to the time when my soul wasn't cloaked in this black. Graves sank my joys beneath that cold dusty ground, where our laughter once lived, but it don't make a sound. The stars overhead, they watched as I cried, lost in the rains where my solace has died. Now the saddle's worn thin and the trails all but fade, like
like the memories of kisses under the oak's gentle shade. Maybe pain's just a guest that's overstayed its night, but her echo in the valley keeps on riding my plight. Grave sank my joys, but her whisper finds the breeze. In the twilight of the prairie, she still comforts and teases. So I wander these lands, a shadow set free beneath wide open skies. She's no longer here to see. Yet grave sank my heart deep where love's never tired, in the wild whispered west where our past keeps it admired.
On the edge of Laramie, where the oaks grow wide and tall, found a cabin, walls of whispers in the shadows of the fall. She laughed under the porch light, scarf dancing with a breeze, her smile like a secret that brought me to my knees. But her smile hides like the sun behind the storm. In her eyes, a quiet sorrow, a heart torn. Every sunset paints her shadow on the trail she used to roam. Her smile hides a love that never found its home. Years have turned the roads worn down, gravel turned to dust. That old porch now silent, boards giving way to rust. Oak leaves whisper stories in the winds of passing time, of the girl with eyes like fire and the boy she left behind. Her smile hides like the moon behind the cloud. In her laugh, a longing buried, never loud. Now the cabin's empty echo plays the tune of faded dreams, where her smile hides nothing's as it seems. Underneath the starlit expanse, I replay our lost chance as the prairie calls me forth with a whisper etched into lore. In the fabric of the land, I now understand love's a wild, untamed horse running its course. Her smile hides beneath the endless drifting skies. In her grace, a solitude that never dies. Every trail I wander, every dusty road I roam, brings me back to her smile, a love that never found its home. And in the quiet of the dawn, before the world wakes to move on, her smile hides
of a cowboy forever drawn. Out by the old willow, where the creek sings to stones, I left my heart hanging on the post of her home. My boots on the porch, dusty, worn, and bereaved. They've seen miles untold, but it's here they watched me leave. Oh, those boots watch me leave through the dust and the dead leaves. Echoes of her laughter in the breeze. The horizon holds my dreams, but my soul, it just cleaves to the ghost of her whisper 'neath the old oak tree's eaves. Town's just a shadow where our love used to dance. Now ain't nothing but the wind. Got a second chance. The saddle's worn thin like the scarf she gave me. Left it hanging on a nail in the shack by Dead Man's Leave. Yes, those boots watch me leave, past the chapel, past the green. Sunset's bleeding like my heart in disbelief. Every gravel road whispers, every star's a deceit, telling tales of a love now just dust and a thief. There's a truth in the quiet when the prairie grass sways, in the songs of the night, in the old bygone days. If love is a land vast and wild and free, then I'm lost in its borders, where her memory's the key. Yet still those boots watch me leave, never once did they plead. Silent sentinels of a love, now a faded decree. And I wander these lands where my heart can't retreat the love and the life that these boots watch me leave. So I'll walk on under skies vast and heat, where my boots silent still watch me grieve. In the shadow of the old oak tree, where our names were carved for eternity, the wind flew with her scarf so light across the plains into the night. We watched the sunset paint the skies, her laughter mingled with my sighs. In that quiet town where time slows, only the wind it truly knows. Oh, the wind flew with my heart in tow, through dusty trails where wildflowers grow. Her whisper haunts these empty streets, in every gust that my longing meets. These gravel roads, they know my sins, where love ended sunset and life begins. Oh, the wind flew with her touch so kind, left me a shadow 2 steps behind. Now the porch swing sways, but it's worn and gray, remnants of rain from a bygone day. The cabin empty like the echo of her voice in the silence. My heart's devoid. Each sunset bleeds into starless nights, where once we dreamed beneath pale moonlight. That oak tree stands, but the names fade as time claims the promises we made. Oh, the wind flew with my dreams so wild, through rugged paths once walked as a child. Her whisper haunts these open gates, in every shadow that my soul awaits. These fading trails, they curve and bend, where beginnings blurred into an end. Oh, the wind flew with her smile so bright, now I'm just a whisper in the night. If love is a journey through storms and calm, why does her memory serve as my balm? Across these lands my regrets are sown, underneath skies forever unknown. Oh, the wind flew and I tried to grasp the scent of her hair and our love's last gasp. Her whisper haunts this broken heart, on lonely trails we're worlds apart. These quiet towns, they soak up my cries, where the wind flew with her goodbye. Oh, the wind flew and left me here, holding on to love forever near.
Out where the wagon wheel drifts on crescent moon dust, under the oak by the river, you swore our love was just. I can still feel the weave of your scarf red as setting sun. On an old porch swing in silence, our 2 hearts beat as one. Oh, how the winds whisper your name through the pines, carrying tales of a love lost like old forgotten mines. Each turn of the wheel, a memory fades away into the dust of the trails where we once lay. Now the oaks grown tall, shadows stretch like years, gravel roads where the rains of 1,000 lonesome tears. That cabin stands empty like the hollow in my chest, the saddle unworn by you, the one who knew me best. Oh, how the winds whisper your name through the pines, carrying tales of a love lost like old forgotten mines. Each turn of the wheel, a memory fades away into the dust of the trails where we once lay. As the sunset fires burn out into twilight's deep side, I reckon hearts like ours were meant to say goodbye. But in every drifting cloud, a star that evening unveils There's a glint of your smile in the wagon wheel trail. Whisper your name through the pines, echo in the heartbreak where once you were mine. The wheel turns, the dust settles under night's veil, leaving me wandering forever on your trail, forever on your trail, darling, where love never fades. Shadow of the oak, where the wild daisies grow, we carved our names in the bark, soft and low, and sunset painted stories on your gentle laughing face. Under that old oak tree, our quiet sacred place. But the oak tree fell apart just like the promises we made. Leaves turn to whispers, our summer shade now fades. The wind's a lonesome singer, the branches worn and sparse. Lost love's a melody beneath the stars so harsh. The years rolled like thunder across the plain so wide. Our path diverged in shadows, you left my side. That old porch still creaks with tales it yearns to tell, of dusty boots, forgotten roots, and rain that softly fell. The oak tree fell apart just like the dreams we knew, where once the earth held strong, now grows the bitter yew. The wind's a mournful caller through spaces left so vast. Each memory's a ghost from some forgotten past. On gravel roads I wander with a scarf you gave to me. It holds a scent of juniper and whispers of the sea. What's left is just the echo of the laughter we once shared. In the solace of the wilderness, I find that I'm still scared. Yes, the oak tree fell apart, and with it went my heart, scattered like the leaves in the autumn set apart. I'll sing beneath the moon, where once we danced till dawn, holding on to shadows long after you have gone. Dust rises, trails fade, I'm a silhouette, part of this land, a cowboy with an empty heart and a trembling hand. And as the sun dips low, I'll sing for you, my dear part, underneath the heavens where our old oak tree fell apart. In the shadow of the oak, where the wild rye grows, I first saw her silhouette
as the sunset glows, her laughter tangled in the breeze, sweet as falling rain, every whispered secret bound to the golden grain. Where I rode through the heart of my dusty trails, underneath the starlit sky, where the lone wolf wails. Every mile I travel, every road I roam, brings me back to where we were, but it ain't my home. Now the cabin's empty, where we used to dance. Floorboards creak with memories, in the shadows glance. The oak tree's grown taller, stands alone against the wind, where a scarf caught on the branches, where our love had been. Where I rode through the heart of my dusty trail, underneath the starlit sky, where the lone wolf wails. Every town's just echoes of her laughter's tune. Every sunset's colder under the same old moon. On this old porch I sat, hat pulled down low. Gravel roads keep calling, but there's nowhere left to go. Guess the heart finds solace where the lost dreams lie, in the whispers of the rye fields under vast unending sky. Where I rode through the dreams where we once lay, through the paths grown over, where I lost my way. With each town behind me, her memory fades to blue. Where I rode through my heart, and I rode on too.